action kit ninjas. So I am here putting together a spaceship for our Rogue Squad Parents Night Out. So I'm going to give you some suggestions on what works for us to do this. So basically, we give each kid one roll of duct tape. If you get the ones from the weekly planner, it's going to come in a big thing like this with a bunch of different colors. So I would just randomly give each person a color, and they get what they get, and they don't throw a fit. But the cool thing is, each person is going to get a partner. So everyone will have their own spaceship that they build, but they'll actually work with their partner. So like, if I'm working on my spaceship right here, my partner is over here next to me working on their spaceship. And we want to try and pair up with people that have a color that we would like to use of duct tape. And then what will happen is my partner and I can actually share rolls of duct tape, but once we're out of duct tape, we're out, unless someone else gives us some of their leftovers. So it'll make the kids be a little creative, and also it'll make them make sure that they're not just wasting a bunch of duct tape. So if you have one roll and then one box per kid, that's awesome. So I'm gonna just show you sort of beginning phases. I've been working on this just for a couple minutes, nothing fancy. So we'll hold this up so you guys can see. So this is a medium-sized box. I can actually fit in this box. I look sort of like a dork in this box. I'm much taller than an average kid. But for the average kid, this is a medium-sized Home Depot box. Another great way to get boxes if you don't want to buy them. Two things you can do. First, just go to like your local grocery store, Aldi's, and just ask if they have any boxes that you can use. Sometimes you'll be able to get like all the boxes you need for your parents' night out for that. The other thing you can do if you don't want to buy boxes is just tell the kids to make sure that everyone brings their own box that they can fit in for a parents' night out. And all it has to do is be able to, now I am going to look like a dork. All it has to be able to do is fit, so it can be like this on them. I almost feel like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy, where he's like fat man in a little coat. I have a little spaceship. So it just needs to be able to fit on like this, where they can still like walk and run and move in their spaceship that they have. So for a kid, this would actually be a perfect size. If you do want to buy them, Home Depot is the medium-sized box that they have. I would not get the, so I actually spent more than I should. This is like the heavy-duty box. Just get the regular box. It'll also be, the regular medium-sized box will be a lot easier for kids to cut through. So basically for the wings, you notice that this edge is not very clean. If I can show it to you a little bit closer. So we actually just cut off the flaps on one side, tucked in the flaps on the other. And this is just a good thing to explain to the kids that they can do. If they want to cut them all off, they can, but it will make the box so it's not quite as sturdy if they do that. So we just tell them to cut it off one side. And then basically, they're just gonna use the flaps that they cut off. And one way that they can make a wing, there's a few different ways they do it. We just cut, let's see if I can show you guys a little bit. We cut in on one side, cut it on the other. And then what you do is you fold it down. And then when I put it on the box, we have this folded side down. You just go like this, tape the bottom, tape the top, and that's the wing if they want to have a wing. I know some kids didn't want to do wings, just wanted to put like cool designs on the box with duct tape. So whatever they want to do is fine. And this is, we cut the triangle all the way off and we tape it to the bottom. We saw some kids doing it that way as well. So however they want to make it, it's up to them. There's no right or wrong way because it's their spaceship. And the one thing we explain to the kids is that throughout the night, since they're going to be in their spaceship a lot, their spaceship's going to be going through different battles and asteroid fields and all this crazy stuff. And their spaceship, just like any TIE fighter or X-Wing or Millennium Falcon, is going to get some battle damage throughout the night, and that's totally normal. And it's okay to have battle damage on their ship as long as they're not purposely trying to do battle damage to somebody else's ship. But when they fall and stuff like that, the box is going to get beat up. Some of the wings are going to bend or fall off. But the cool thing is, at the end of the night, they can tell a story to the parents about how their ship experienced all the battle damage. Another good thing to do is to make sure that at the beginning of the parents' night out, after you do the create your own spaceship part, take a picture of all the kids wearing their spaceships, and that way they can actually sort of, the parents will be able to see what it looked like before the battle damage, instead of just seeing some beat up cardboard that their kids coming home with. But kids are gonna have a blast doing this. It gives them a chance to really be creative and have fun, and also work with a partner as well. I recommend letting any students that bring a guest, let them actually pair up with their guest, so that way their guest doesn't feel awkward or left out, because it can be a little intimidating being in a martial arts school your first time, and then not even be able to work with the person that brought you. So definitely pair them up with the person that brought them. But I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and I'll show you guys in a couple minutes what the final thing looks like. All right, guys, what's up? So I worked on my spaceship for like another 5 minutes. You can call this the express version. The kids will have a little bit more time, so they'll be able to like draw some symbols on it with markers if they want to write their name on it. That's always a good thing to do so they don't lose theirs, even though most of them will be pretty different. So now the elastic that I told you guys to get in the 6-week planner, let me show you what that's for. So basically, if you guys can see, we have these elastic straps. Let me pull back a little bit. We have these elastic straps in here. So these are actually be worn on the kids' shoulders, and you want to make sure that they're long enough that the kids' arms aren't going to get stuck inside the box where they won't be able to use their arms, because they need it for especially the dodgeball game that they're going to play. Also, you'll see that all we did was just duct tape them to the edge. I just did this really quick. I would probably do like 2 layers of duct tape on it just to make sure as the kids are running around, it doesn't fall off. Now let me show you how it's going to look. And I'm just going to put my pride off to the side for a second, so you guys will get to see me become a little kid again. So most likely your instructor is going to have to help the kids actually put their spaceship on it first. All right, so your instructor will have to help them because they're going to put it on like a t-shirt. So arms up, head through the middle, and then it should rest on their shoulders like this, so they have the wings sort of out to the side if they have wings on it. Just make sure you do it like the right way, because you don't want it with the wings on either side. And this way they can move around, so I can actually run just like a spaceship, and it doesn't fall off. So this is really cool. The kids have a blast with this because they actually get to wear their spaceship as they do the asteroid obstacle course, as they do like the space battle where they fight against other spaceships, almost like dodgeball. They'll get to do it in their spaceship, which makes it super unique and completely different from anything else they ever get to do anywhere else that they go, making your school super unique and making this a really cool, memorable thing for your students and their friends. Again, this took me about 15 minutes total to do. I think we have a half hour of time to actually do it in the Parents' Night Out, and your instructors will be the ones that tape the elastic bands onto each kid's spaceship for them. And I recommend cutting out the strips of the bands ahead of time. Make them about 1.5 feet in length, and that will fit most boxes that the kids bring. Otherwise, if you want to cut them as the kids are coming in with their boxes, that's totally cool as well. But definitely make sure that's something the instructors do, so that way they can make sure the arms are free, because you don't want it where the box is like really high up and the kids have no room to bring their arms out, if you get what I'm saying. So you do want to make sure that there's room for them to get their arms out, and then also it's not like pushing up into their armpits like this. So I hope you guys were able to sort of see how the spaceships are built. It's really, really cool. I would have your instructors just try making one ahead of time to make sure that they know what they're doing. Also, it'd be a cool Facebook photo that you guys put in your group to advertise the Parents' Night Out, and have the instructors actually make their spaceship and have them wear it looking like a dork, which is totally cool because the parents are going to love it, students are going to love it, and I hope you guys have a blast with the Rogue Squad Parents' Night Out.